Okay, so for the next news report for our group, I will explain about the second news about Toyota Motor North America and Hino USA that creates a Class 8 fuel cell electric truck, or we can call it FCET. And first, for the terminologies that I will use to explain the news report, I have three terminologies. The first one is merger. Merger is a term for a new entity with joint or new ownership or new organizational structure for two different companies. And then the next one is inflation, where there's a quantitative measure at which price level of selected goods increases over a period of time. And then the next one is market share, which is the percentage of the total share within a company, which is calculated over a period of time. And about the case itself, the Toyota and Hino agrees on a merger in creating the FCET, or the Class 8 fuel electric truck, for the North American market. And this merger was originally expected to be shared in the Japanese market, which was announced in the early 2020. And because of this ongoing project, then they also decide to conduct the on-road trials for the FCET starting in the spring 2022 in order to accelerate and speed up their commercial promoting the FCETs. And the reason that this has happened, there are three specific reasons. The first one is that the two companies wanted to create a new, unique concept of innovation, which is about the FCT that emits nothing but water, such as powerful truck. The second one is amid the pandemic, as inflation stabilized for Toyota in Japan, this innovation product is actually needed to bring a new standard for the customer's satisfaction. And the last one is because the FCETs are a part of their contribution on developing a more sustainable society. And the potential of the impact itself, there are some possible positive and negative impacts, but like in majority of the positive impacts, which is the FCETs, if it turned out to be a success, the two companies' market share may increase as their merger product captured the customer fittingly. So it depends on the success that the FCET will um, show in the market. And the second one is upon positive results on the road trials, both companies have the possibilities for and to set a new standardized product image and the company itself within the market. And so the third possible impact is that they might get another possible collaboration in the future, and it might bring new ideas and potential for other companies themselves to adapt in the market. And lastly, it is about my opinion myself. Um, I personally think that the merger and the collaboration between Toyota and Hino, it was actually a brilliant move because as the FCT themselves, they actually have the big potential for the project. And if the FCT turns out to be a success, I personally think that any other individual project of the product that the two company releases, it will also move to the same strategical move that the FCTs will do. And I also think that the two companies may be able to create a new standard and increase market shares with a better income for the upcoming years, starting from their FCTs. And last but not least, I also think that my last opinion also applies for Hino, but this is specified for Toyota since it is one of the most stable during the pandemic. As Toyota adapts its operation amid the pandemics, I personally think that the FCTs is actually the one of the key to solve their loss and incomes during the pandemic, and it will increase the most income during for your market share, reassuring customer on a high quality product despite of the situation which is they are right now in the pandemic. Yeah. And so I think the FCTs are one of the solution for both companies to actually try something new and satisfy the customer in the market in a different way.